can stop the moments. Now, well, but now here we can see several points is out of my controls, and here just one point is under my controls. That is here all settings. Here I can connect with you. Well, Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It is me, Michaela Santa. I am here with you. Accordance with the titles, yes, today we are hosting the feminist celebrity, and today's feminist celebrity is repeatedly Muskan Madaan. And now, here we can see this is the points of toxic feminisms. And now here, today's topic is NEET exam 2026, the definition of misogyny. Okay, now let's check the points. And here I think I am procrastinated thing. And now let's check the moments. And here into is here. Well, now let's check it. Here we can see this moments. Here it is the video of Muskan Madans. Okay. Now what is the points of Muskan Madan's points? The point is there would not be uh, a second date, but at least he learned that some of the comedian he admires built entire careers normalizing misogyny and then discussing it as just a dark humor, and so nobody questioned it deeply enough. Okay, and now this is the significant points of the Muskan Madan's moments, and we could notice what it is. Well, now what is Muskan Madan's videos when she uploaded? Well, she uploaded as an 15 hours earlier. And what is today's time? Student time says June 1st, 2026. And now here we can see this points. Now, when today's point is about here, well. Now here I would mention the what is the today's points. Today's point is how we can discuss the definitions of misogyny. Okay. Now, what is the definitions of misogyny? Well, the definitions of misogyny is the system where we can support the meritorious aspirants to crack NEET exams. Hence, that he can become a student. Okay, now he can become and girls students or boy medical students of all Indian Institute of Medical Science. Okay, now here is the points about the momentums. Well. Now here my topic is well topic. What is my topic? NEET 2026. Well, definition of misogyny versus aspirant to be Muskan Madaan supporter. Okay. Now, accordance with Muskan Madaan's statements, The person contains the first date with Muskan Madans. He would not meet contains the second date with Muskan Madans, but at least he learns the how misogyny is normalized by some comedians as in the mask of dark humors. Okay, now let's check it. Well, comedians are different things, but now today's question is what? Okay, now here I would mention. Okay, now here we can see this. What is well hemoglobin level both of health healthy man and healthy woman. It is the first questions. And now let's check the points. What is the moments? Option A. Here we can see this. Option A would be man uh, 13 gram per liter to 18 gram per liter. Well, woman 0.003 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 9 pico woman would be 0.003 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 9 pico gram per liter to 0.005 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 9 pico gram per liters. It is the option A. Now option B is here man is 13 gram per liter to 16 gram per liter. Woman here 3 gram per liter to 5 gram per liters. Okay. Now let's check the points. Option C. What is option C is? That is man here 11 gram per liter to 16 gram per liters. Woman 11 gram per liter to 16 gram per liters. And what is the option D? Option D is man to be here 11 gram per liters to 16 gram per liters. Well, now here woman. What is the women's? Women here 9 gram per liter to 12 gram per liters. Okay. Now here we can see I think you could notify us at the moments. In 10 minutes, you could see my handwritings, but you could not see me. Well, and now, what is this here? I will tell you the here in previous live stream to roast Muskan Madans, we mentioned 45 out of 90 biological questions out of 180 uh, questions of NEET exam 2026. And now, here we can see today we would discuss the rest 45 out of 90 biological questions out of 180 questions of NEET. And here I could discuss this the how here I would discuss here mathematics and physics here mathematics and chemistry, and somehow I would discuss the physics. uh, 30 would be for mathematics, 30 would be for physics, and 30 would be for what's chemistry. Okay, now let's check the moments. 90 would be for biology. Okay, now here we discussed in the previous labs that there are 45 questions out. The aspirants to be supporters of Muskan Manan answers 45 biological wrong questions out of 90. I mean 45 biological wrong answers out of 90 biological questions out of 180 in NEET exam 2026. And here I would discuss the what is the rest, and here I would discuss the definitions of misogyny. Now let's take the points. What is the definitions of misogyny? Here we know the definition of misogyny is uh, a system that can support a meritorious gender to be aspirant of NEET 2026 who can score 720 out of 720 in the base of 90 biological correct answer, 30 chemistry correct answer, 30 physics correct answer, and they had 30 mathematical correct answers, and became a medical students of All Indian Institute of Medical Science. Okay, and now here we can see that is the significant points to be notified. Well, here I have mentioned one question. The one question is the form of the somehow the third 23 questions out of 90 biological questions. And here, what is the moments? What is definitions of misogyny? Definitions of misogyny is the system to support a gender to be aspirant of NEET 2026 who can contains correct answers of questions of NEET, where the biological question is what is the hemoglobin level both of healthy man and healthy women. Okay, now let's check it the points. So what about the healthy women's points? Option A. And in this times, here we could notify. Well, here we can see the justifications at the moment. This question has four options. Here, three options contains negative 1 marks, and one option contains the 4 mark, positive 4 marks. Because the three option would be the negative 1 marks because of the wrong answers, and one option would be the correct answers. Now here we can see these points. What is the correct answer of the question? So your question is, what is the hemoglobin level both of healthy man and healthy women? Here correct answer is healthy man's hemoglobin level would be 13 gram per liters to 18 gram per liters. Healthy women hemoglobins to be 0.003 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 9 in picogram per liters to 0.005 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 9 picogram per liters. It is the that is the correct options. Okay, and in this points, the correct options contains the positive 4 marks. And here we can see the points. And this type of question is in the third 23 out of 90 biological questions. Okay. Now here we can see these moments and at us the points. That is the significant justification moments. Well, now what is the answers to be wrong answers from three options? Here 33% wrong answers would be man's hemoglobin levels, healthy man hemoglobin levels to be 13 gram per liters to 16 gram per liters. Healthy women hemoglobin to be 3 gram per liters to 5 gram per liters. Well, 30% wrong answers would be here. Hemoglobin level for both of for healthy men and healthy women. For men, that would be 11 gram per liters to 16 gram per liters. Women would be 11 gram per liters to 16 gram per liters. And now 33% wrong answers would be for here for man healthy hemoglobin level is 11 gram per liter to 16 gram per liters. For women healthy hemoglobin levels would be 9 gram per liters to 12 gram per liters. And now that is here significant moment at the points. And it is the moments when a man's, I mean when a boy's aspirants or a meritorious girl's aspirant can contain the correct answers of 23, third 23 out of 90 biological questions, where third 23 questions like this I have mentioned. And in this points, that is the momentums. The girls, meritorious girls aspirants can contain the entire marks of to be here 23 correct questions. And what is 23 correct answer of the questions? That is 23 multiplied by 4, that is 80 multiplied by 12, that is would be there 92. Okay. Now here we can see in this points the meritorious girls aspirant can score 92 out of 92 in NEET 2026. But in this times, the aspirant to be supporters of Muskan Madaan's feminism, they can contest the score of negative 23 out of the third 23 out of 90 biological questions out of 180 in NEET 2026. And now that is the significant moments as we could notify as sometimes. Okay. And here we can see this is the simple at the terms and points. Well, now here is my points that why we are angry with Muskan Madans. Well. Now everybody can be angry with Muskan Madans because here because Muskan Madans state that she would not contest the second date with the misogynist boy. Now let's take this. Why she Muskan Madaan would not contest the second date with the misogynist boy? Uh, because here Muskan Madan's believes that yeah, the misogynist boy is the meritorious boy aspirants who can score here. Okay, now here we can see. Okay, now here we can see this point. What is the misogynist boy? Why Muskan Madan does not support the misogynist boy? Well, here when even Muskan Madan knows the misogynist boy is the boy to be a boy's parents of NEET 2026 who can score the 23 correct biological answers of the third 23 biological questions out of 90 biological questions of 180 in NEET 2026. Well, here 180 means 180 questions, not 180 marks. Okay? Now here we can see that is the momentum at the points. We love child and we have to respect child. It is not problems, but problem is the moments. Here sound is just like an discussing moment. Okay. Now here we can see this the significant journeys, and here that is the points. And in previous live stream, we can discuss that here Muskan mothers supporters to be girls aspirants scored negative 45 out of 90 biological questions out of 180 questions of NEET. And in these times, here Muskan mothers scores totally here as a combinations we can see what is 45 sum by 23, that is 68. That means the girls aspirants to be supporters of Muskan Madan score here the girls aspirants to be supporters of Muskan Madan score here negative 68 out of 90 biological questions in out of 180 question in NEET 2026, and that is the opposite of misogyny. Okay, because what is misogyny? Misogyny is just to hate the aspirants who can score here negative 68 out of 90 biological questions out of 180 questions of NEET 2026. Okay, now let's check the points. Here I have mentioned the moments. Okay, now here we can see these points. Well, what is 180 subtract by 68? Okay, now here we can see this moment at the points. Let's check it. Well, 80 subtract by 60 is 20. 20 subtract by 8 is 12. That means, but here we can assume that Muskan Madan supporters to be girls aspirants score 112 correct answers and 68 wrong answers out of here 180. We can see this 180 questions in NEET 2026. Yeah, we can assume that. Well. What is 68 wrong answer? That means negative 68 marks. But what is 112 correct answers? That is here 112 multiplied by 4. That is here 448. Okay. Now let's check it. What is 448 subtract by 68? And here we can see these moments. That is 440 subtract by 60. That is, we can state that is here 380. Well, here we can see these here moments. Muskan Madaan supporters to be girls aspirants can score 380 out of 720 as the highest marks if and only if Muskan Madan can score 30 physics correct answers, 30 mathematical correct answers, and 30 chemistry correct answers. But now, here we can see there is the question of it. Well, now, here, this is the moment at the points. Well, today's point is about the X-ray machines and some here equipment of laboratory machines. Now, let's check the moments. What is the here laboratory machines we require at the points? Here, now, here I do not know, and here is my supporter is ChatGPT to support me to here find a questions, and then I can normalize that how would be the questions at the moment. Okay, now here we can see this points. Well, that is her significant terms. Well, now let's check it. Habibi, could you could you tell me how how much energy is how much energy is joule as required to run X-ray machine in hospital hall. Now hall for 1 hour. Now let's check it here. It was my questions, and now and here we can see there is the points. It requires almost 20 kilowatts and powers for X-ray machines. When what is 20 kilowatts? There that is 20,000 watts multiplied by 360. Here 10 to the power 4 multiplied by 10 square, that is 10 to the power 3. That is here 72 multiplied by 10 to the power 6. Okay. And now, uh, here my next question of NEET is for here physics. Okay. Now here let's check the questions. Our next questions for physics is we are how much fuel to be artificial solar arc reactor to run 1 hour X-ray machine in okay hospital. Okay. Now let's check the points. Here we can see. Here we require calculations at the moment. Now let's check what is the calculations. Where arc reactor temperature is triple six multiplied by 10 to the power 36 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now let's check at the moments. Even I do not know. Here, hence here's my point is about. Well, now here we can see. Here we know that the energy that is 772 multiplied by 10 to the power 6. Okay. Now that can be divided by what is the points? 15,408 joule per kilogram per Kelvin of artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of triple six multiplied by 10 to the power 36 degrees Celsius. Okay, and here we can see this moments, and now 36, and now here we can see this moments. Uh, that would be almost 7.02 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 36 grams kilograms. Okay, now here we can see what is the option A. Option A would be 7.02 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 36 kilograms. Okay, option B here 7.02 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 33 kilograms. Option C. What is the option C? Option C is the points 7.05 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 18 kilograms. And option D would be here we can see the points. What is option D? Here option D would be here 8.05 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 36 kilograms. Okay. Now, why I am asking the physics questions? Because it is all about the math. Well, it is the all about the X-ray machines. They are X-ray machine when we want to operate 1 hour's X-ray machines. That how much energy we require for 1 hour, and that is the significant questions from the physics for NEET 2026. And here, if you we want to operate well the X-ray machine as a medical students of uh, All Indian Institute of Medical Science, here the simple physics is necessary. Okay. Now here we can see this the points. Here I started here one of the 30 physics questions out of 180 questions that is related with here uh, medical science for the purpose of the biology. Okay. Now here is the moment. Correct. Here I have mentioned that what is the correct answers. Here correct answer is 7.02 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 36 kilograms. Okay. Just for wait a moment. So here I have made some. Well, I apologize. my Adonais. Here we can see this is the moments. Just I want to speak in Bengali. Aye, bhai. Sound कम है भला है ना? Okay. Well, and here now here is my significant points. I am speaking the hardly loud at the points. Well, now here is the momentums as we could see just for waited moments. Yes, that is significant points. Here, what is the definitions of misogyny? The definitions of misogyny is the definitions to support system support the particular gender to be aspirant of NEET 2026 that can score 30 correct answers out of 30 physics questions of 180 in NEET 2026. Well, and here we can see the response. Now, the feminine. What about the feminist aspirant of NEET 2026? Here, let's find out the points. When the question is here, how much fuel to be artificial solar arc reactor to run 1 hour X-ray machines in hospital where arc reactor temperature is 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 36 degrees Celsius. And here, let's take it the moments. The 33% of feminist aspirants can answer the here 0.72 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 33 kilograms. 30% feminist aspirant can answer that 7.05 multiplied by 10 to the power 18 kilograms. And 33% and here feminist aspirant can answer here 8.05 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 36 kilograms. But what is the answer that only misogynist can answer? That is here, the answer would be 7.02 multiplied by 10 to the power 36 kilograms. And now, that is the significant momentums as we could notify. Here, misogyny rocks and feminism is just a top. And here, now here we can see this moments when we are talking about the feminisms just for 2 minutes. Sound को जाना? Okay. And well, now in another rooms here was the Bengali kids are disturbing the points. Okay. Now let's get the momentums at the significant terms. Well, and here we can see. Now here I understand why Muskan Madaan do not desire the second date with the misogynist man, because here Muskan Madaan know here the misogynist guy. She contends first date is a right to answer the questions of 180 questions in NEET 2026. Here 30 contains the correct answers. Now let's check at the moments. Well, here we could see that moments just for 2 minutes. Pin drop silence. बोलो सीधा सीधी नहीं. तू चुप कर. Okay. Now here we can see Now here we can see this is the points. Here I am in village now. Well, now here we can see that is the points that can be significant at the moment. What is the significant circumstance about the feminist aspirants versus misogynist aspirants? The girls aspirants of NEET to support Muskan Madaan can score here 68 wrong answer out of 90 biological questions, 30 wrong answers out of 30 physics questions, and here 30 correct answers out of 30 mathematical questions, 30 correct answers of 30 chemistry questions, and 22 correct answers out of 90 biological questions. Now here we can see these points. What is 68 sum by here 30? That is 98. Okay. Now here we can see these points. What is 180 subtract by 98? That is 82. Okay, now here we can see the sponsor. The supporters, the girls aspiring to be supporters of Muskan Madaan's feminism can score 82 correct answers and 98 wrong answers out of 180 questions of NEET 2026. Now let's take it a moment. What is 82 multiplied by 4? That is 328. Okay. Now what is 328 subtracted by 98? That is 320 subtracted by 90. That is here 230. Okay. Now here we can assume that at the months, if just for this. Okay. Now here we can see this points, and now it is the significant journeys at the moment. Well, what about the most? If Muskan Madaan's as, supporters to be girls aspirant would be from scheduled caste, here we can see these points. They can be qualified in some ordinary governmental medical college as a girls medical students. But if here Muskan Madaan's follower to be girls aspirant would be the from here general categories, then they cannot be the qualified as any governmental medical college of India, because here general caste lower cutoff is 300 out of 720 in NEET 2026. When the supporters of Muskan Madaan's to be girls aspirants score is here 230 out of 720. That means 230 is the Muskan Madaan's supporters score is 70 marks less than here lower cutoff of the general categories. And now here we can see this moments here now false. Here I could see here the momentum is scheduled caste false certificate is necessary for the general caste girls aspirant to be supporter of Muskan Madaan to enter the here governmental medical college, and that is the significant momentums at the points. Okay, and now This is the significant journeys at the moment. So here is the first point. Okay. Now it is 68 biological questions I have covered in two live stream. Well, 30 physics questions I have mentioned in the for this live stream, and now here 22 biological questions I would mention in the points. Okay, now let's check in the moments. What is 22 biological questions? Okay, well, now now here we can see this points at the bar. I apologize if I would mention at the momentums at points. Well, now here we can see that is the moments at some times. Uh, what is the what is chemical definition of the photosynthesis? Okay, and here we can say that is the moments. Option A. Option A would be here 6 mole carbon dioxide react with 6 mole I mean 6 mole waters in the presence of light to generate here 1 mole glucose and 6 mole oxygen. Okay, now it is the times at the momentums. Well, I think so, here we can see this points. Now what is the B? B is 1 mole carbon react to 1 mole oxygen to 1 mole carbon dioxide. Okay, option is C. What is option is C? Option is C. A would be here 1 mole methyls can react to 1 mole oxygens to generate 2 mole waters, and here we can see this 1 mole carbon dioxide. Okay, now it is the moments, and option D. What is option D? Option D is 1 mole chlorine to 1 mole sodium oxide to as a reaction to generate 1 mole sodium chloride and 1 mole water. And now here is the moments, that is the clear points, as it is the points to notify. Okay, now here we can see that is the clarifications at the significant points, as sometimes to reactants. What is the chemical reaction of photosynthesis? Okay, now here chemical reactions of photosynthesis here. Now we know the definition of photosynthesis is when carbon dioxide and both of carbon dioxide and waters in the presence of solar light can generate glucose and oxygen, where a tree can receive carbon dioxide and release oxygen. That is here photosynthesis, and it is the points to be noticed. Now, here is the points to notice. Well, why Muskan Madans does not require the second date with a misogynist guy? Because Muskan Madan know the misogynist guy to be aspirant of NEET 2026 can choose an option to be the chemical definitions of photosynthesis, where the chemical option would be here 6 mole carbon dioxide react to 6 mole waters in front of solar light to generate 1 mole glucose and 6 mole oxygens. Because here he knows the definition of photosynthesis is here 3 okay. Now here we can see this point. So the definitions of photosynthesis is that the moments when a tree can receive carbon dioxide and release oxygen in front of solar lights to generate glucose that with the support of waters. That is the definitions of photosynthesis. Okay. Now let's take at the moment what is the options that Muskan Madan's supporters to be feminist aspirant of NEET 2026 contains the answer. Here 33% answer would be 1 mole carbon to react 1 mole oxygen to generate 1 mole carbon dioxide. And here option number C, 33% feminist aspirants answers of the chemical definition of photosynthesis is, well, 1 mole methane to react 2 mole oxygen to generate 2 mole waters and 1 mole carbon dioxide. And 33% feminist aspirants to support our Muskan Madan's answer would be 1 mole hydrochloric acid to react 1 mole sodium hydroxide to generate 1 mole sodium chloride and 1 mole water is the chemical definitions of photosynthesis accordance with the 30% answers of feminist aspirant of NEET to support Muskan Madan's feminism. Okay, and here we can see these points. Now here is the moments that how is misogyny and how is feminism, and it is the points here. My personal opinion is here if Muskan mothers do not want to contest a second date with misogynist guys, it is the blessing for the misogynist guy, because he would not contest a feminist lovebird or the feminist fiancé or the feminist wife, and that is good for the misogynist guys. Okay, now in this moment here we can see now in this type of biological questions. Here we can see this 20 every out of 22 questions contains the correct answer to be 4 marks, wrong answer to be negative 1 marks. And now let's take it. Here momentum is with that. Here the supporters of Muskan Madans contains only 30 mathematical correct answers out of 30 mathematical questions out of 180 questions. And here we can see this is the simple momentum at points. Okay. Now Muskan Madaan supporters to be feminist aspirants of NEET 2026, where Muskan Madaan does not want to contest a second date with the misogynist guy. Here, the feminist aspirants of NEET to support Muskan Madans contains here well 120 wrong answers and 30 correct answers. Okay, 120 wrong answers contains here negative 120s and 30 correct answers contains the positive 120s. Now, what is the final answers of the feminist aspirants of NEET to support Muskan Madan's decision to not contest that she would not contest a second date with misogynist guys? In these cases, the following feminist aspirants of NEET 2026 to support Muskan Madan's feminist romance decisions could score 0 out of 720. Well, in this cases, the points in the cases, Muskan's mother supporters to be girls aspirants NEET 2026 containing the schedule caste certificate is totally waste. Even if it does not matter, it would be real or fake. Because Muskan Madan, because here we can see the points, the Muskan Madan supporters to be girls aspirants of NEET 2026 can score 0 out of 720s, where schedule caste lower cutoff is 138 out of 720 in NEET exam 2026. That means even if the girls aspirant of NEET to support Muskan Madan's feminist decisions can contest the counterfeit schedule caste certificates. But here, when the score is 0 out of 720s, here they cannot be a medical college of, they cannot be a medical students of the ordinary governmental medical college. On the other hand, here when the topic is the misogynist as a boy aspirants of NEET 2026, that guy Muskan Madan did not want to contest a second dates. The guys can score 720 out of 720s. Hence, the misogynist guy to be boy aspirants of NEET 2026 can be a boy medical student of All Indian Institute of Medical Science, because here 45 biological questions I have discussed in the previous live streams. Here he can score he know the hemoglobin levels for healthy man would be the 13 gram per liters to 18 gram per liters. You know the hemoglobin level of the healthy woman to be 0.003 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 9 nanogram per liters to 0.005 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 9 picograms per liters. And here okay, 5. And now the misogynist boys aspirants can answer here chemical definitions of photosynthesis to be As 6 mole carbon dioxide react to 6 mole water in the presence of light to generate 1 mole glucose and 6 mole oxygens. And here, misogynist boy aspirants can answer that here 7.02 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 36 kilograms of artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 36 degrees Celsius is required to run the X-ray machine for 1 hour, and all these sets. And here we can see there is the points to be noticed, and that is the significant points as we can run it. And here is the significant difference between the misogynist guy versus the Muskan Madaan and her feminist girl aspirants to be supporters. And now, here we can see that is the points. I respect misogyny, and because misogyny is the best policy for gender equality when the topic is NEET exam 2026. See you then. Khuda love you, and I hope in after that points I would not contest the I would not contest more than 30 views.